These tools make it a lot easier for children to type out mean things they wouldn't typically say to somebody else face to face. This is why we're here. In February, convicted killer Stephen McDaniels filed this lengthy habeas corpus. You can see that Mother Nature tore through here, actually snapping the tree right behind me that looks clean in half. A recent survey shows that 91% of adults buckle up when they're behind the wheel. But that survey also shows that only 72% of adults buckle up when they're in the backseat. Just this month, we reported a pedestrian getting hit right near this Krispy Kreme. He was actually killed. Now, one big problem people in the community tell me is lack of sidewalks along busy streets. Throughout its proposal is the potential to bring congestion and traffic to Thomaston Road. This is an example of a worst case scenario. You can see this sinkhole is pretty deep. People are flooding Central City Park for, of course, some delicious fair food like this delicious looking funnel cake. Well, it might be your winter habit to start up your vehicle and let it warm up before you hit the road. Her 20-year-old son, Tony Adams Jr., is accused of pulling that trigger, killing her just days before Mother's Day. This is a 1 million square foot plot of land the center will go. The state continues to grow and improve in a number of ways, but especially in public education. At Westside High School in Macon, there's a shift in students' morning routine.
We have disturbed the culture in a good way.
For the past 2 weeks, the 1,100 students take turns walking through metal detectors each morning.
We haven't had much resistance at all. We haven't had any parental complaints about the process. This is wanted.
Principal Julia Danley set up 3 different detecting stations throughout the school. She wants everyone walking through her doors to feel safe.
You don't send your children to school to get killed. You don't send your wife or your husband coming in a place that's supposed to be the safest place ever to be shot and killed.
She says this decision comes with the recent school violence.
Because this is becoming somewhat of an epidemic in the nation, we need to begin to step up and be proactive.
Director of Safety and Security David Gowan says these metal detectors aren't costing the school or county any extra money.
We already had metal detectors for our basketball games, our football games, and other high-profile events, so we essentially just repurposed those detectors.
Danley knows this won't solve every problem the school deals with, but thinks the recent addition is a step in the right direction.
Is it the all fix? No. It's about educating and developing relationships with our students so they feel like they don't have to bring certain things to school.
Danielle Apolinar, WGXA News.
A heart of pure gold beating inside. Macon County 508, Daryl Plank has answered his last call.
Gone, but never forgotten.
It's definitely going to leave a big hole with him not around.
On Saturday, hundreds of people from all over Georgia gathered to remember Daryl Plank.
It means a lot. Break down again. It means a lot having all the support.
A father of 5, a husband, and a volunteer firefighter lost too soon in the line of duty. Family, friends, and law enforcement all sang songs for Plank, something friends say he was always doing. Captain Jonathan Yoder will always remember.
Oh man, the smile, he was always there. He always, even when he was serious, he had a little bit of a dimple around his cheeks. It was great.
And his spontaneous nature.
Fun-loving guy, crazy guy. If you wanted to do something, go find Daryl. He would do it.
Firefighter Tony Weaver remembers the impact Plank had on everyone he met.
He always added something. It may be him laughing, singing, just he added something to everything he was in.
Yoder says he and his team will find a way to make it through this tough goodbye.
God is with us. Our motto for the fire department is "In God We Trust." Add a little something to it now more than ever.
Danielle Apolinar.
We'll see Daryl on the other side.
WGXA News. You can see behind me, it's turning her backyard less into a backyard and more into a swamp. Liz Blash says she deals with flooding in her yard every time it rains.
It's ridiculous. The water, you can't walk in here. You'll get bogged down out here. If we back up too far, we get stuck in our own yard.
But the recent downpours have left her yard soaked.
The ground is so soggy that the trees are literally falling every time it rains. We have a different tree to come down.
Flash's mobile home on Pecan Street in Dudley sits right along a drainage system. She says she's asked the city for help, but that hasn't worked.
It's a drainage ditch that go all the way down, but it's clogged, and they said they was gonna come fix it. No one's came to fix it.
Flash's neighbor Jessica Beecham is also dealing with a flooded yard.
Ankle deep to knee deep.
Beecham says with normal rainfall, it takes up to 2 weeks to completely dry. Now both women say if more rain comes, it will only bring more problems.
From getting stuck in your yard with the vehicles to the mosquitoes and then trash. Everybody's trash just washes up and it's not sanitary.
I told somebody yesterday I'm gonna need a boat to get out of my yard if it don't stop raining.
Now, I did reach out to the Dudley City Hall to try and talk with their public works director. They haven't called me back. Now, I also put in a call to EMA director of Lawrence County, Don Bryant. He actually came out here late this afternoon and says there is an obvious problem, but ultimately thinks it's up to the city to help. For now, reporting live in Lawrence County, Danielle Apolinar, WGXA News.